The orientation is locked. Maybe we can set it up like this. All right. We are going to. So I cut these fox fur strips. These are like super zonker strips. I wanted to do a mouse with these strips, but it's a lot of material. So I have to think about a way to utilize this material. And I was thinking that the mouse doesn't, like, we focus so much on the body, but the head is the only thing that's important because the head needs to float kind of above the surface, move around a bit. So we're going to try to create a fly using the fox, but not too material heavy, and then majority head. That's the mission. That's the goal. So we'll get our hook here. I think this is enough. And then we will add a tail. I'm gonna do the same woven wrapped tail I did previously. We have some fur, or not, this is synthetic hair. And we'll take a little bit of the synthetic hair. I'm not gonna add sparkle to this one, but the sparkly hair tail was, oh, I almost knocked it over. So we'll cut out a section of the pink, and then we will gather it, just kind of split it 50-50. Let's try to even it out. There's some shorts in there, but I think it's good enough. Holding it down toward the base, wrapping it with the finger, and then keep wrapping. Let's try to move that and get as much as we can wrapped there. And then we'll let it furl on itself. That wasn't a great furl. That was not good. Let's redo that. Okay, hold it down at the base here. And then wrap. And now we'll do a better job of finding the midpoint. More. And then we'll let it furl. And then we'll even it out. It's kinking up a bit. We'll trim out. Yeah, that's about as good as we can get. We'll cut out the furry bits. We'll put a drop of super glue in. Let's clip that. Set that to the side. Let's get some thread going here. This is the first time doing it on the phone, so it doesn't have the. I usually do it with the computer. It gives it a title. So you guys don't know what I'm tying. I'm gonna tie a mouse with strip of fox, which is a lot of material, but we're gonna try to make it work. It'll be an illusion. It'll be an illusion. To thread my bobbin, I just kink up a piece of monofilament, and I'm gonna ram it down the snout of the bobbin. Get my thread going. Slide it through. And finish it up. All right, here we go. Start it up. Let's get the tail. Tie in the tail. clean up that tail, fear not. Give that a trim. Snip those short ends of the tail. A little dab of super glue at the end of the tail will make everything, cure all the problems. Okay, so you're thinking this is not going to look good, but I was thinking with the fox, so most people are wrapping the fox for the body, or running it on the sides or running it under, and I'm gonna run it here, just one wrap, and then the rest of it, the rest of this will be head. That's my plan. So the fly will actually not have a body, it'll just be tail and head. And I don't know if it's gonna look good, it's just what I had in my mind. So we'll tie in our fox fur strip. We'll do one wrap, and that's essentially just going to be a skirt. Oh, it's way too long. My tail is too short. I think we need a longer tail or shorter fur. Let's go shorter fur. I'm not trying to make a giant mouse here. So let's take out some of these guard hairs. Put those over there. Ripping the fur is better than cutting the fur. You get that a little bit more natural taper. We'll thin that out. And then we'll start the wrap further up, which gives me a little bit of hesitation because I need space for the head. So that's one wrap of the fox. I'm not getting great coverage. I don't know, maybe my idea won't work. I'm gonna go back toward the butt. Back to the original plan. And wrap. And wrap. All right. Stop it there. Trim out that tail or that strip. Situate that material. I might have to tease out more of that fox and lock her in. Okay. So this is for kind of stream, small stream. Not I throw it like 4 or 5 weight. That's almost there, maybe a little bit shorter. And keep it light. Doesn't have to float super high. And keep it light. But I'm using the wrong thread for this next step. orange. A stronger thread. Legs, no legs. I don't know. They might be too small for legs. Okay. Let's get the thread going here. That looks good. And tying as far up as you can, exposing as much as you can. Yeah, maybe little legs would be good. All right, now we need hair. Some hair. What kind of hair are we using? Let's see, what kind of hair are we using? What kind of hair are we using? I think it's gonna be a mix of hair. Yeah, even the olive, like black, brown, olive blend. That's what it's gonna be. There's a little bit of orange in there as well in my existing hair pot. Let's make the collar olive, just because. I don't think it matters, but we're gonna do it just because. So this is we'll stack this section, pick out the fluff and the shorts, the underfur and the shorts. Hit it with the dirty toothbrush, and then we will stack it in our tube. Give it a little stack. Just stack it on my palm. And take it out. Clean it up a little bit more. Trim the butts. It's sitting right close, so the fur is only on the butt, which I wanted. I wanted to make the illusion of a bigger body. Majority of it's going to be the head. And then we'll do a loose wrap, 2 loose wraps, and then slowly tighten down. I'm moving the camera, spin the hair. Yeah, so that'll be our collar. That's good. Then we will maybe add a bunch to the top, add a bunch to the bottom. This is just messy blended hair. I'm just gonna tie a bunch in at the top, and then we'll tie a bunch in at the bottom. When you're using the trimmings, the blended hair, you're not going to get all of them tied in. You're going to lose some of them. You just have to keep that in mind. And one too tight. Tighten it down. Tighten it down. Let's pack it. And advance the thread. lock it in, pack it in. All right. Let's start a little bit. Let's blend up some new hair, or we could continue with the olive and then yeah, we might do that. Let's do that. We'll do the olive and then stack the blended hair. We'll just do that. We'll mix a little bit of the black hair into the blend. So in this one, I'm not evening out the collar, I'm just removing the shorts, and then we'll spin it. And that was too loose, and then slow spin. Create your landing area, flatten the top. Bunch of hair. Just place it on top. Tighten it down. And flip it. Landing area. Bunch of hair. This bunch is real wacky. Too loose wraps. Too tight wraps, rather. Let's find the hook eye. Pack it in. I think we can get a little bit more. I think we get a little bit more. God, the hook is not sitting well. That's better. All right, let's go a little bit more. Maybe we go darker. Yeah, we'll try the last bunch just straight black. And it will have maybe the thread, the bright fluoro orange thread might come through. And it'll be kind of two-tone nose. Spin it up. Pack it in. And good to go. Well, you could make this into a diver. What? I didn't even think about that. A diving mouse. Oh man, I might have to do it. I might have to do it. I don't know when I would fish it, why. Yeah, let's try. We're gonna try to make a diving mouse, Dahlberg diver mouse. This is nuts. Give it a fit whip. Try not to trap too much hair. One is fine because we're gonna glue. So we created this hair body, but behind there is one wrap of fox, and then we added a tail. My original thought was just the small mouse, but now I'm gonna try to make it into a diving head on the mouse. Maybe I should have packed in more hair, but we'll just see what it looks like. Just go for it. Let's get a blade. We need a new. Might need a new blade. You need new blade. Let's get a new blade. So we're going for a diving mouse, which was not our original plan. I'm folding the blade, I'm just going up once, a little bit. That's good. It needs to have that hood, so it dives. So I think we're gonna have to take more down on the face. Took too much on that side. Yeah, let's go down more. Okay, let's take down the belly. Take it down more. And hook gap is enough. Clean up the sides. I'm usually holding this in my hand. It's not even. Yeah, I think I need to go just straight across here. Fish and fly. This is not a real fish and fly. And so the sloped face is good, but the key is this hood. And our hood is looking a little weak. I'm just gonna general shape with the scissors. I don't know if we can salvage this. Actually, that'll work. That'll work. maybe take it down a little bit more. And then a little bit sharper. All right, there. Let's take this end down. This is not the original idea, but this is a diving mouse, not the original plan. I think it's fine. So the real question is, do we add legs? Some kind of legs. That's the question. We should have done it earlier. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. We're going for it. We're going for it. We might regret it. But I don't think it's going to mess it up too bad. You want to split this, and then you're going to drop your legs in there, and you're going to glue them in. But we didn't, I don't want to glue them in too close to the fox, because the glue will bleed into the fur and just mess everything up. We should have tied them in earlier. We might have to skip the legs. Let me think about it. Like, it doesn't need them. It'd just be cosmetic. I'm cutting this shorter to see if it will take the legs. I don't think I have enough hair. I think we'll skip it. Skip the legs. Okay, let's throw on some eyeballers. Oh yeah. Massively important, massively important. So you can tie flies that look like this. These are little grasshoppers. You can tie flies that look like, you can tie flies that look like little bait fish, and flies for different flies are for different species of fish. And you can tie flies that look like little mice, which what is what we're trying to do today. But we tied a diver. This is what's called a diver, and divers are usually frogs, but we did a diver as a mouse. Not very well, but kind of funny, interesting. So yeah, different flies, different fish, different techniques. There is an endless array of things you can do. But in my opinion, fly tying is one of the most enjoyable parts about fly fishing. It's not a cheap hobby by any means. All of this stuff costs money. But if you fly fish, I think you should get into fly tying, or at least should tie a few of your own flies. If you can. That's about as good as we're gonna get it. All right, eyeballs. Eyeballs. Kind of bigger eyeballs. Purple eyeballs. Glow in the dark. We'll go with the purples. Go with the perps. What the heck? Okay. I'm kind of clearing out the area where I want to glue the eye. I'll flatten it out a little bit. And then just 2 drops. Place the eyeball. And then the eyeballs are a bit too big for this. Help it set, not pressing too hard. The glue is soaking in, it'll make the head a bit more solid. And place the eyeball. Position the eyeball. And we'll drop dropping everything. Could we put legs on this next time? I think we're done. So we've got our little mousey. The fur was tied in as a skirt, and my thought was like create an illusion of a body, but have the majority of it as head. The tail should be longer. Our tail's a little bit stubby. Majority of the fly is head, but the head shape will create a nice noise in the water. It would be used for largemouth bass. But largemouth bass notoriously are not difficult to catch. So that's it. That is what we got. I'm gonna stop. I appreciate you watching. It's a diving mouse. A diving mouse. Small. I gotta clean this up a bit, but we'll do it the next time. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.